Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our third and final lesson for reading with Miss Feldwebel. This lesson will be for guided reading. You will also be getting a read aloud from Miss Pike at some point in the week. So you can have your children listen to the story and then ask them questions about the story when it's done. We'll have some questions after the story as well. But for our guided reading lesson today, it's for the week of March 16th through the 20th as well. And our learning target is I can read emergent reader text, like levels A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way up. So for our lesson today, I'm going to have the camera facing this way because I want us to focus on the book. But you will still hear my voice. But boys and girls, can you repeat after me our I can statement so we know what we're learning today with Miss Feldwebel? Repeat after me. I can read emergent, big word, reader texts. Great job. Like A, B, C, or D, or E, or F, or G. Boys and girls, can you go ahead and shout out, what is your reading level? Do you know what your reading level is? Some of us might be levels B by ourselves, or C by ourselves, or maybe even D by yourself, or maybe even higher. Or maybe an A. Maybe we're still working on reading to ourselves. Think about what level you are, what your teacher told you. Okay? So now, I want us to look at a story that we have this week. Our new guided reading story, look at this one. High maintenance over here. Okay, Julieta. Our new story for this week is called Make It New. And it looks like in this story, I'm very familiar with this container here because I've seen these in our classrooms and in our schools. And I think it's about recycling or maybe taking care of the earth because we've been talking about recycling and reducing and reusing so that we can keep our earth safe and happy because our earth is starting to get very, very sick right now. We've talked about in class. But what I thought was really cool about this book is it has our new sight word in it. M-A-K-E, make. I can't do it because I don't have two hands. Sorry, guys. So it has our new sight word make in it. Do you see it, boys and girls? Here it is right here. M-A-K-E, make. So this is a guided reading story with a brand new sight word in it. The first thing we're going to do, like we always do, is we're just going to take a picture walk. So instead of you being next to me and us being able to talk about this together, I'm just going to ask you some questions and you answer me out loud, okay? All right, so let's read our title. My turn first. Make it new. Your turn. Great job. Our author is Lisa Trumbauer. And boys and girls, the author is the person that writes the words. Great job. It doesn't have our illustrator on here, but what does the illustrator do, boys and girls? Draws the pictures. Great job. All right, so let's look at the first pages. What do you see? I see an irritating puppy. That's what I see. Yes, I see some scissors, some string, some newspapers. I wonder what they're doing with these string and paper and newspapers. What do you think they're doing, boys and girls? Tying them up? Yeah, maybe. Let's look at this page. Looks like they're working on a project. I see some girls here, and they're tying up the newspaper. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Oh, let's look at this one. Now, we've seen some pictures like this for our IB unit. We've talked about pictures like this before. What do you boys and girls see? Trash. Yeah, I see a lot of trash. Some jugs, some bottles. See a pop can or soda can. Gatorade. What in the world? Now, we talked about this. We said that we like to take all this plastic, mash it up, and make it new, right? So maybe they're going to smash this up and make it new and Recycle, that's right. All right, let's look on this page. I see a boy and a girl, and it looks like they're taking the plastic to maybe recycle it. Wow, okay. Turn the page. On this page, I see a soda can, and it's kind of crushed. I wonder what they're doing with the soda cans. Yeah, maybe they're recycling them. I hope so. Let's look at this picture. This is an interesting picture. Where is this boy? Can you boys and girls tell me, what is this setting? It looks like it might be at a school. You're right. It does look like it might be at a school. Maybe it is at a school. I wonder what he's going to do with all those cans. The end. All right, so now that we took our picture walk, we like to take a picture walk first and not look at the words so that we practice using our eagle eye. Good job, our eagle eye, to help us with the pictures to read. Okay, so let's read our title page again. This time, we're going to look for our new word, make. We're not really going to read the text yet. We're just going to look for our new word, make. Okay? Make it new. There it is. Boys and girls, can you touch the screen if it doesn't pause the screen? Can you touch the screen and find the word make? There it is, and there it is. Great job. I have it up here for you just in case you forget what it looks like. All right, so now we're going to look on the first page. Do you see the word make on the first page? Yes or no? No, that's right. It's not on the first page. Good job. Do you see the word make on the second page? Or page 3, actually. Do you see the word make on page 3? I do too. Boys and girls, can you point to where you see the word make? Is this the word make? No. Is that the word make? No. There it is. Make. If you touch this word, kiss your brain. Mwah. All right, let's see if we can find the word make on this page. Do you see the word make on page 4? No, I don't see the word make either. Let's look on page 5. I see the word make on page 5. If you see the word make, tell me I see it. You do? Where is it? Hold on. No. There it is. M-A-K-E, make. Wow, there's a lot of the word make in this book. Do you see the word make on page 6? No, I don't see the word make on page 6 either. Let's look on page 7. Do you see the word make on page 7? Yes, I do too. What letter does make start with? M. Great job. There's make. There it is. Did you touch it? Everyone touch it. Make. Make. M-A-K-E. Make. Great job. And that's the end of our story. So now that we practiced finding our new sight word make, I know that I can expect the word make on every other page of this book. So I'm going to keep this word above us just to help us remember, okay? So let's now what we're going to do is I'm going to do my turn, your turn. Since we're not all together here, it might be easiest if I read it slowly first and then you repeat after me. This is a good way to model reading, model the way you read, the sound, and how the pace in which I read. So this is a good way, parents, you can do this at home with your children too, to make them feel more successful in reading. Okay, here we go. My turn. Make it new. Your turn. Great job. Title page again. Make it new. Your turn. Good job. All right, page 2. Ooh, that's a tricky sight word. Now, when you get to a sight word that we haven't learned yet, we haven't learned the word these yet, what you can do is you can ask a brother or sister or cousin or your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, and they might be able to help you read it. If you can't do that, you can always go on the computer and look it up under Google, and it will tell you how to say it out loud. Okay, these papers are old. Your turn. Good job. These papers are old. They do look old, don't they? I wonder what they're going to do with the papers. My turn. Let's make them new. Let's. Oh, this is hard. I think this is the new word that we learned in our Science IB unit. Oh, that's a tricky C. Recycle them. Let me do it one more time. Let's recycle them. Your turn. Great job. Page 4. These bottles are old. Boys and girls, you know what else I just noticed? What is this word? That is also a new sight word. We picked such a great book this week. Look at this word. A-R-E-R. So we're practicing 2 sight words in this book. Look at that. These bottles are old. Your turn. Good job. I'm going to switch these around to make it on this side. All right, here we go. My turn. Let's make them new. Let's recycle them. Your turn. Good job. Oh, here's the word again. A-R-E-R. My turn. These cans are old. Your turn. They are old cans. Yucky. My turn. Let's make them new. Your turn. My turn. Let's recycle them. Your turn. Very good, boys and girls. So this book was all about recycling things and making them new. After you read a story, boys and girls, I want you to think of some of these questions that we've talked about in our reading groups, okay? They're the WH questions, the W's. The first W, let me move it up, is who. Repeat after me. Who. Great job. What? Your turn. My turn. When? Your turn. Good job. My turn. Where? Your turn. And the where is kind of like the setting. And the last one, why? Your turn. Great job. So I want to think about a couple questions. Who did you see in the story? Let's take a look. It's always good to go back in the book and look for our answers. Oh, the girls, I remember them. Oh, and the boy and the girl, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the blonde boy that was carrying the cans. Okay, so who was in the story? Are the people or animals? You could say a little girl. Good. A little boy. Good job. Oh, you could say another little boy. You could say 3 girls. Or you could say a blonde boy with a green shirt. Another boy. He was a character in our story. Very good. And another question I was thinking about is where? Where? I'm thinking, where did this story take place? This looks like at their home. I think it also took place at home here, but it looks like the setting here is not home. Where is the setting in this picture? School, you're right. Great job. The setting is at school in this picture. So are there a lot of places that we can recycle? Yes, we can recycle at home, we can recycle at school, at church. Very good. All right, boys and girls, you did a wonderful job of reading our new story, Make It New. What I wanted to do before I ended this video, your only assignment is to touch read along. So you already read along with me. We did it together. This next opportunity is for you to read it by yourself. Good job, by yourself. So I'm just going to read the title and then I'll point to all the words and you have to read it all by yourself. If you did, and you did read it by yourself, someone can take a picture and post it on Doja if you're on a tablet or an iPad, or you can just send a message to your teacher and tell them about what you read about. So you can just post a little portfolio message to your portfolio and tell them any of these things. Who was in our story? What was it about? What did we learn about? Where were they in this story? Okay. And why do you think this story is important? Why do you think we read this story? So just tell your teacher that. Just practice reading this by yourself and then send a message to your teacher through your portfolio with those answers. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Make it new. Now remember, I won't be reading this one because I wanted to give you the opportunity to read it by yourself, okay? Make it new. These, that's a tricky one. Just a reminder, this word is these. The end. All right. So if that was a little tricky for you, boys and girls, you can always rewind this video, go back and practice reading the My Turn, Your Turn one until you feel confident enough to try it by yourself. If you're not quite ready yet, that's okay. I would just rewind the video and practice it My Turn, Your Turn with me for a little bit until it's a little bit easier. Here's another thing you can do at home. Draw a picture of things you can recycle. Write a sentence about your picture. So that would be a really great response as well. If you rather draw and be creative that way and write a sentence or label with your picture or do speech bubbles, you could draw a picture and put that in your portfolio about the story, but put that it's a response to the story, make it new for our guided reading book. So you could either orally answer some of these questions for your teacher, or you could do this activity right here. Draw a picture of things you can recycle, write a sentence about your picture. Okay? And then just take a picture of it and post it on your portfolio. All right. Thanks a lot, boys and girls, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.